Must remember to put the sound on. Anyway, I thought it was high time I read even another poem. The one I wrote the other day called The Belt and the Airbag, which is a kind of parody. Well, it's not really a parody, it's a parody in the style of The Owl and the Pussycat. I mean, the rhyme scheme is the same, and I wrote it with that intention, so it's not. I'm not pinching it. I just thought it'd be fun to do, and it was fun to do. I got the idea for this one when I was cycling into work, as I do, and I saw a seatbelt caught in the car door, and then I thought about the animated film Cars, and how the cars are alive, a bit like, Thomas the Tank and all that, Brum. And how, if the cars are alive, surely the bits inside the cars would be alive as well, like the seatbelt and maybe the airbag, and how those two would have quite heroic personalities and attributes, because obviously they're lifesavers, well, potential lifesavers anyway, if they're used correctly, and how they'd be quite annoyed to be treated like that. I mean, they're meant to be saving the driver's life in the car, but all the driver does is either not wear them or, get them trapped in the car door and things like this. It's just not on, really, is it? And I just thought that they could be like, the seatbelt and the airbag could be like angels trying to earn their wings. They could form a relationship with each other, and have a love affair, the belt and the airbag. It uses the device in literature and poems called personification, which is where you bring inanimate objects to life. It's used a lot in animation as well, and obviously stories and poetry. The Owl and the Pussycat is an interesting poem. I always thought Edward Lear wrote that, didn't he? And it's quite surreal, which this poem by me is as well. Surreal, psychedelic, and absurd. He wrote, another one of his poems was Jabberwocky, obviously, and The Walrus and the Carpenter. I think that was a big influence on John Lennon, who obviously wrote I'm the Walrus by the Beatles, which John Lennon is, I suppose. But anyway, this one is The Belt and the Airbag. The Belt and the Airbag went to town in a disgusting ramshackle car. The music was awful, the driver unlawful, very rarely seen out of the bar. But the pair weren't morose, they had grown very close, ever since they had been in the Micra. And their love it was sealed, when Belt smiled and squealed, the time Airbag first said I like ya, I like ya, I like ya. The time Airbag first said I like ya. Airbag said to the Belt, too long we have dwelt, we're meant to be here saving lives. Hanging's your deal, and I'm stuck in this wheel. We were made so that this bloke survives. They carried on down to the rough pub in town that only the foolhardy braved. And quick as a flash there was a great crash, but the drunk in the car he was saved, was saved, was saved. The drunk in the car he was saved. Belt said, you beauty, we've both done our duty, as the car lay wrecked up a tree. They were then towed away, but things would be okay, for they knew that at last they were free, and would be together forever and ever, without ever feeling sorrow or pain. So they spent that night in the pale moonlight at a 5-star scrap heap in the rain. The rain, the rain. At a 5-star scrap heap in the rain. Anyway, that's the poem. I think I slightly messed up in the middle of that, but really enjoyed doing it. It owed a little bit more to comedy, which is more my field. This lighting's a bit weird, isn't it? Hope you have a good week anyway. Lots of love. See you soon.